Hello, we're down here at the end of June, graveyard at Constitution Street. Now it's been a couple of months since our last vlog. We found the exciting remains of a sea wall, part of the railway station of the 1860s. And we've been quite busy across the last couple of months, across the whole project from the top of Leith Walk all the way through to the docks. During that time we found more evidence of the seawall from the 1860s railway yard. We also found some evidence of earlier seawalls linking that and Newhaven itself, and also we were finding a lot more evidence for the actual Victorian docks. On Leith Walk we were finding other evidence for the earlier medieval roads and later 17th century Leith Walk, which we found last year. So it's been quite busy, but in small pockets. The reason we're down here today is we've started the last phase of excavations of the graveyard just next to the entrance to the graveyard itself. And we had to keep that going for some various reasons. And we're also, as people who walk down Constitution Day, we've now started rebuilding the actual wall itself. So the next couple of weeks are going to be really quite busy for us down in Leith. So we're going to have more regular updates carrying on. And what you'll see later in the video is starting the excavations of the last part of the cemetery by guard.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. We're here at back down in the graveyard at Constitution Street. We're coming to the end of the excavations here. Over the last 2 weeks, the team of guard have excavated just over 20 bodies from the area just over to my right. We've got a few more to come out, I think over this today and obviously next week I think as well. Lawrence, just over to right, it's just excavating one of the last burials. You just see what looks like it's possibly a bit of a foot sort of thing coming out here. And this area, as well, here from Amanda in a minute, it's been quite heavily truncated by services and it's quite close to surface, so we haven't got 100% preservation as we had earlier on in the excavation. But we've also been finding some more interesting archaeology which we'll talk about in a couple of minutes. So I shall turn it over to Amanda. Good morning, how are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
So tell me what you've been doing for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, like you said, we had excavated about 20 or so burials from the mausoleum section of the graveyard. It's quite interesting because we had about 2 or 3 fully articulated coffin burials that had actually been running under the surface, so it looks like they put that gas pipe right on top of the burials, and they were fully articulated underneath them and not disturbed at all.
They obviously saw them at the time.
Yeah, it would have been pretty obvious that there were burials there at the time the services were installed.
Right, half the time they just services, a lot of time services gone right through them, so obviously have a bit more care in this sense.
Yeah, this one it looked like they were just nicely placed on top of the burials.
We got, I know it's quite early on, have you got any indication, are they mostly adults or is it children involved?
In this section, mostly adult burials. We had a couple of sub-adults, but late adolescents, so maybe late teens, early 20s. No young juveniles.
So it fits in that. So now again up to almost like, probably close to about 400.
380.